back and looked at Monday's game, I guess what were the things that stood out on the second time around?
I think we have to do a better job playing simple basketball. I think offensively, there's times the ball got stuck with one guy and we over dribbled it. There's plays on the defensive end, we didn't finish with two hands. Like, we get a rebound, or we dribble it off someone's foot, or we have a careless turnover. Things that were just sloppy that are uncharacteristic of how we play. So offensively as well, I think better ball movement, more passing and keeping it on the move. Jeez, already. So I think those are some areas that stand out. I think, defensively, I thought we were, there was a lot of positives. We're going to be really critical in our ball screen coverage. It's something we take a lot of pride in. We were late, 5, 6, 7 times that we don't want to be late on those. So just really more details, simple basketball, share the ball.
How did you feel your shot quality was from three?
Quality was good. I thought we had good looks. I thought Kurt and Milan specifically had really good looks. Probably, both made some of the harder ones, and then the ones that we were more open, we didn't convert. And thought Noyes had good looks. So overall, obviously we want to shoot the ball better than we did, but I didn't think it was because we didn't have good looks. It was just, they weren't falling for whatever reason.
Hi, TJ.
Hi, Rob.
How would you describe the way that, and you've described it before, but fans have now seen how Brant plays. How would you describe the way he plays and what his value is to this team?
He's got great energy. He had 5 offensive rebounds in 10 minutes. So offensively, he's really good on the O boards. He's really great at sealing, so our guards can get downhill. He'll finish plays at the rim. I know he didn't the other night, but that's not something that we've seen. I think it's first game in Hilton, and that just happened. So he's an everyday guy. He's an extremely hard worker. We've got to get him more opportunities. Because his energy can be really impactful to our team.
And you referenced some sloppiness. Does some of that show up in live ball turnovers, particularly in the first half? But where it seemed like it wasn't that it was getting taken away, it was just, I guess, ambitious turnovers. Is that anything that you
Well, yeah, we start 6-0, and then Kirk Jones tries to, get a steal and kind of flip it to Keyshawn, and then we fumble it away, and then it ends up in a layup. And it just seemed like that play happened something similar to that, 3, 4, 5 times in that first half that leads to them, scoring off our negligence more than what should happen, certainly. And so we just got to do a better job securing the ball, finishing plays, two-handed rebounds, finding that blend of when it's time to run and when it's time to run half-court offense.
TJ, how do you feel that your newcomers overall are fitting in with your returning guys, and what more would you like to see from them now that you've seen that first game in action?
Yeah, they all bring things to the table that we knew that they could help and make an impact. Each one in their game does things offensively and defensively to take us up a level. Specifically, Deshaun can really score around the basket. Joshua's got tremendous skill passing the ball and making plays. Nate Heisey's a great cutter, a guy that, when he's aggressive offensively, really helps our team. And then Brant's ability, we've talked about earlier with his ability on the offensive board. So those guys offensively help. And then on the defensive side, the physicality, the toughness, the veteran experience that they can provide, that's really helpful for us. So I've been really pleased with everybody. It's still, from my vantage point, trying to get everybody on the same page and getting everybody playing their best together, because it felt like that was something the other night that, the truth of the matter is, like, individually, I don't know how many guys played as well as I know what they're capable of playing, and that's something that's my responsibility to kind of put it all together.
You said before that it's not easy to play in this program. You guys set high standards, high expectations for everybody. For these new guys, what would you say is kind of like, from what you've seen mostly, what is their welcome to Iowa State basketball experience like? Like, what is that moment when people realize, wow, we got to step it up another notch to hang here?
Yeah, I think, certainly the game the other night, when you come out and you see how real it is, and our fan base and unbelievable support, energy and enthusiasm, I think that raises the accountability. I think, Joshua Jefferson, first defensive possession, gets on the floor, dives for a loose ball, and kind of shows that energy. That's kind of his welcome to Iowa State moment. So I think for all of them, it's just continuing to keep their head down and do the hard work. And, we take a lot of pride in continuing to get better. Certainly the other night, there's things we can improve upon, and that's what we're going to focus on. So I don't know, for each guy individually, I think they'll have a moment or moments that will be like, all right, this is who this guy is. I think for a few, we hadn't really seen that just yet.
Brant told us that since getting to Iowa State, he's kind of missed the physicality that comes with playing at this level. How have you seen him embrace that?
Well, he loves the physicality. I mean, he's great sealing, he's great blocking out, he's great on the O boards. He just kind of likes to hit people. He's a contact-seeking player. He's done a great job to work on his body and add strength. It's something that's really important, and it'll continue to be more important as we move forward. So I think at this level, there's guys maybe that size-wise are more comparable to what he might be. I think he looks forward to those challenges of being able to kind of hit guys and put his body on them, whether it's screens, on the glass, you name it. It's just something he loves to do.
And you said it's a vocal cord strain. Is that changing the way you've had to coach this last week or so?
No, I really don't know what it is or why it is, and it doesn't change the way I coach. So it just it might change how pleasant it is or isn't to listen to me.
We've obviously only seen your guys for 40 minutes, so I guess what's your evaluation with the front court of their athleticism, specifically speed and agility? Is that a strength? Does it tilt the other way towards that physicality? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think there's probably, if you're going to look at it relative to last year, probably needs to be a tilt more to the physical things, right? Physical around the rim, physical at the rim, preventing the ball coming into the paint, physical on the glass. Last year in the league, one area we could have been better is defensive rebounding. It's an area that we need to be really good with our guys now. So if we want to draw the comparison specifically to guys like Hassan and Rob last year, strengths of this group probably lie in offensively, like maybe a better ability to like catch, finish, make plays in traffic. Defensively, maybe more towards physical on the interior. Maybe not quite as, to your point, not quite as fast in certain instincts, but something that I think the timing, as you get used to playing our defense, I think even for Rob and Hassan and Trey King, those guys got better, as time moved on, and they were better in the second year than the first, and for those that were with us for 3, even better. So I think as time moves on, we'll continue to see that, those instincts pick up too, because I think that's part of it, just reading the plays.
You were talking there about, the speed and agility of your front court. You mentioned earlier, you want to see your ball screen coverage be a little bit better than it was on Monday night. Do you have to maybe alter that to the players' skill sets as the season prolongs and you continue to see how they have success and failure in those moments of hitting ball screens relative to their individual skill sets?
Yeah, I think for us, we're going to believe that aggressive is going to be the way to go. I think you have to evaluate your strengths, but also strengths of opponents, and then guards we play against are so good that if you play a drop coverage or a softer coverage on the ball screen, that they're going to get downhill in the paint, you're going to foul more, you're going to be more on your heels. So we always want to be the aggressor. It could affect how many we trap versus how many we're just playing aggressively, but regardless of who we put out there and how we do it, we want to be the aggressor. So you're going to see us continue to get up there and fly around, and something that we've got to continue to be better at and improve upon. But I don't see that as anything that will likely change. I feel like we're committed. We know we can do it. It's just about giving that energy, giving multiple efforts, and then developing those instincts to read the plays and be there soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, TJ.
Thanks,